I got married young, right out of high school, and shortly after was divorced. In my hurt and confusion, I started dating a guy. We only went out a few times when I found out I was pregnant. It was the Christmas of 1972 when the pregnancy test came back positive. I experienced a fear that I had never known before. I just kept thinking, this cannot be happening. There's no way I can do this. I cannot tell my parents. I was far too afraid. At that time, there was a lot of information on the television about abortion because the talk of Roe versus Wade was everywhere.
Good evening. In a landmark ruling, the Supreme Court today legalized abortions. The majority in cases from Texas and Georgia said that the decision to end a pregnancy during the first 3 months belongs to the woman and her doctor, not the government. Thus, the anti-abortion laws of 46 states were rendered unconstitutional.
I just knew that abortion meant I would not be pregnant anymore, and that thought gave me so much relief. I made an appointment to go to Planned Parenthood in Memphis, and I told them I wanted to have an abortion. It wasn't yet legal in Tennessee, so she gave me an address to go to where I could get all the information I needed. I went to that address, told them why I was there, then they handed me some information without ever saying a word to me. I then called an abortion clinic in Washington, D.C., made an appointment, bought a round-trip plane ticket, called a cab, and made that trip all by myself. I lied and told my parents I was taking a road trip to Nashville. Once in D.C., I got another cab, and I went to the abortion clinic. I just kept thinking, I've got to not be pregnant. And then I wasn't pregnant. Once I was back in Memphis, I simply pretended it never happened. The lies came so easily. 7 years later, I was in a church service, and I heard Dr. Adrian Rogers say, God loves you, and you have not done anything that God can't and won't forgive. At that very moment, I was saved and later baptized. But every time I heard the word abortion, it cut me to the core. It hurt in the deepest part of my soul. I continued to keep my secret. Then in God's sovereignty, I came across a book that truly helped me break through my denial. I acknowledged that I hadn't just had an abortion, but I had taken the life of my child. I cried, and I cried, and I cried. I felt a loss that I've never felt before. God regenerated my heart and regenerated me. I kept seeing the Life Choices booths at church for mission fairs and events, and I eventually reached out to them for help in 1990. I came to Life Choices for counseling and completed the Forgiven and Set Free Bible study. I started the Bible study very shut down and closed up, but in it I was able to trust the Lord. I had to accept that my abortion wasn't just getting unpregnant, it was taking the life of a human being. I even named my child Peter. I still have regrets, but I don't live in the shame and guilt anymore, thanks to Jesus. Today, I live and walk in freedom. I thank the Lord for my husband, Gus. He is so supportive and kind. And now, believe it or not, I even work at Life Choices. I want to encourage any woman who is hurting from the pain of a past abortion, like I was, to go through the Healing Bible Study. We still offer the same study I went through so many years ago. I help lead this study now and have the privilege of seeing women healed by Christ. You can learn more at lcfriends.org under the Hope Ministry. My name is Cathy, and I choose and cherish life.